This is EEX3417 Software Development for Engineers, Day School 3. This session mainly we can divide to Introduction to Simulation Software, Octave. We do this instead of MATLAB. MATLAB is the computational programming language, and it has graphical user interface, and many simulation we can do many simulations, real time and both offline simulation can do. This Octave we use instead of that MATLAB, we use Octave because it is a free software, but it is not like MATLAB. MATLAB has better features. This Octave doesn't have most complex features, but it is a free software. Other thing is first thing is introduction to simulation software. The other thing is applying simulation software Octave. The second part is introduction to data modeling and database management system, and data modeling with ER diagrams normalization. In second part, 3 section: data modeling, database management, and ER diagram and normalization. First, we will see what is this Octave. It is an open source language to compute numerical computation and graphics. You can do graphics also, charts like pie charts and all other charts we can produce easily. Suppose many different types of built-in mathematical operations can do. Data can be represented as matrix and vectors. Matrix is like arrays. Matrix and vectors both are like arrays. Instead of these slides, I will practically do with online Octave. There are several types of Octave online, and we can use by using internet, and you can download installation Octave software, and also after installing to the computer you can use Octave. I use Octave online. This is the web address octaveonline.net, and I will do simple. This is inactive now. I will start it again. Okay, now it's okay. This has two parts. One is command. Using command, you can write mathematical calculations and all other commands using this command prompt, this Octave command prompt. You can see this. Did you know you can use Octave online in your class? Okay, now you can use separate M file. In MATLAB also you can use both command line interface, and it has also command line interface, and also with the file. The this is I created m1.m. These m files, you can use m files in the MATLAB also. Here also you can use MATLAB m files. The m file is used because of we can write many commands, but after later on you will not you will be forget what are the commands. But after saving in this m file, it will automatically you can run it separately. Next time, the next day, you can open this m file, and also you can use rest of the thing. So I will write some these are commands, simple commands. 2 plus 2. This is addition. This is an inbuilt function using like pi, sine. Sine also inbuilt command. Exponential like. Other one is matrix. Okay. This is two-dimensional matrix. If you separate two dimensions from the semicolon, comma, we can use comma for separate numbers in one row. If you want to separate to other row, you can use semicolon here. Elements of a row is separated by a comma, and rows are separated by semicolon. These are for the arrays. This is line 2 to the 6. And this is 2 to the 4 numbers from adding 2 to the 0.3. 2.3 add 0.3 to this value. This is the value. And after that, up to the 4, 2.9 to 3.2, 3.5, 3.8, etc. If you have any problem, please chat, okay? Sorry, I can't hear anything.
Front, left, front, right.
Now can you hear?
Yes.
Okay, I will tell. But okay, okay, I will tell. I will teach. But I can't hear any of you. That is boring actually. And then the next command is S is zeros 1 to 5. It will create array with the zeros uh, with 5 elements. The answer is like this. So this it is assigned to the this array is assigned to the S. We can write anything. We can write any name for this S. If we write A, it will assign to the A. But remember, if we suppose if we write assign to E, this one, then if we assign this E to the zeros, it will have only this latest one, zeros. This will remove. And creating arrays with ones. If you want to create ones, 3 rows and 5 columns. Okay, now I will explain using Octave. First one is 2 plus 2. Here 2 plus 2. The answer is 4. If you type 2 plus 3, 6. Answer is 6. You can see, I think. And the next one is 2 sine 2 pi into 2. This is the this is the answer. Matrix. Suppose x equal this one. Here, according to this, 2, 5 elements, 2, 5, 10 are in one row. Then it goes to the next row, 4, 9, 11. Here, 2, 5, 10 in one row. Then it goes to the other row, 4, 9, 11. Here, one M1. We will put X. Now it changed. Now I will type X in command prompt. The later it will have only the latest one. So this has deleted. Now A equal 2 to the 6. Okay, 2 to the 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here, two to the 4, adding 0.3 by to the each element. 2, then 2.3, then 2.6, 2.9, 3.2, 3.5, 3.8. The next element is more than, it goes to the more than 4. So it is stopped. Zeros, 5 zeros, 5 ones, ones. These are 2D arrays, two-dimensional arrays. These zeros are single dimension array. These are two-dimensional array with 3 rows and 5 columns. You can now test this. M1 2 to the 4. That is multiply this matrix and answer will be this. How can we multiply matrix? Using this dot command. This dot command. M1 M2 M3 equal M1 dot multiply M2. The answer is 4, 4 and 16. We can run once using this M1. This is a default command. First one is, say, this one M1. M2. Now we can save it. Save using save file. It is saved into the M file M1M. So we can run it now directly. Yes. Now source M1.m. It multiplies this command. This command will execute by running this file. We can use later also, but if you type commands, these will not exist later. So that is the now the Octave. We will finish Octave session. Now there is another one. How to plot a graph. You can exercise this example. Data modeling. Data modeling consists these parts: introduction to data modeling and database management, data modeling with ER diagram, normalization. Now, content is data and information. How can we store data? Database management system, relational data model, normalization. And now, when you now I will give some questions before this start. Please chat. When you go to the register, when you go to register to this course or this program, either in new registration or re-registration, what information you gave? Not personal, general information like name. Can you type? Can you type in chat what information you all gave? Please chat. Yes, one is name. Others? That's correct. One is name. What are the others? There are several information you gave, I think. Name, birthday, NIC, address, education, qualification. And one other is source. Course code, did you give? Oh, university gave, no? Course code given by university, not by you. And some other is experiences, other qualifications here. Now, think about this. Name, birthday, NIC and address. Mostly name, birthday and NIC, only one exists for one student. I think you understood. There may be two addresses. Okay, the education qualifications also, there are several types of educational qualifications. And remember, program course code and program codes are given by the university. What about registration number? Registration number is just 1 minute. Yes, information is packed in context. So what does the context mean? Context means it is information relevant to each relevant to each place or each organization or each situation. Some information may be not relevant in one place, but some information not may important for this for the other places. Suppose when you face a accident, the environment of this place is maybe important, but when you drive, that is not environment is simply not much important when you drive or in your home, when you stay in home like that. The qualification also sometimes may not important for in another place. That is information may be some places important for some places. One other thing is name, birthday, NIC is only one for one person. Address may be address, telephone numbers may be more than 2. And some other information also included, like course codes. Course codes belongs to the university. These are not belongs to the student. These are belongs to the course code. Those are not belongs but given. These are the now. Now, when you think about this, his name is something like his name is Jagat. See, now that is an information. Name and the Jagat is data. The complete information. Jagat went to the I think say Navala. Jagat went to the Navala. Jagat and Navala are data, but the Jagat when if you tell Jagat went to the Navala, it is information. If you have any problem, please chat. Okay. I can't hear with your voice. Sorry. These are the main thing. And now in this session, the main target is saving all the data, relevant data to a computer, and use how to use them to get our information from these data, how to retrieve as information, and also how to store data and retrieving data also, data and information. This relational database model means we separate this data to only relevant to some, suppose relevant to object actually. Person is also object. Suppose phone. The phone has several attributes. Now in a student, name and relevant data, name, date of birth, NIC, all those things we call attributes. In relation data model, we separate data and attributes only relevant to the relevant objects. Normalization is separating how the methods of separating these data for relevant objects and combining them. Normalization is combining them. Now, data and information. Sadali Karunaratna, this number and no meaning. This only data. There are two data. The information is registration number of the student Sadali Karunaratna is this number. That has a meaning. That is information. How can we store data? Filing cabinet, that is paper filing. That is most of the time now outdating. The papers also very much expensive, and the space, we need big space to store them, and to secure that also from the insects, that secure those papers also a big problem. Spreadsheets like Google Sheet, Excel, Calc, like those things are spreadsheets. Folders is that is a physical folder and also computer folder also there. If in folders and filing cabinet, put a filing cabinet. Those information put in a drawer and in a filing cabinet. The ledgers list piles of paper on your desk. Now, file-based system, from the 1980s, the computer became speed, memory, and all the things are improved. So the people became store data to computers. So at that time, keep all the data separately. The personal data, personal department. Now suppose in Open University, we have several departments, engineering departments, engineering faculty. There are several departments, and finance department, and student affairs department, like those things. They separately store their information in a separate place, separate computers. Personal department, inventory handling, workshop, all those things are saved in separate places. Employees, salary details, spare parts, supplies, logo, all those things. In spare parts in like in motor spare parts selling company, like those things, spare parts are information about spare parts are stored. One chat is, are there any WhatsApp to this subject? I have not created, but last time there was a WhatsApp group. You can create. Or shall I? If you can create and send the link, I can include in the LMS also. Okay then. Now you can create a WhatsApp group. I will try to create also. Now back to the day's call. Now earlier, all the date details are stored separately. So what are the problems here? Suppose my name is in personal department. My name, maybe I have to change my name. There is some small error. In personal department, we have to give an letter to change this to this. And the inventory handling also, we have to give name, change the name. Sometimes in one department, the name may be correct. In other department, the name may be wrong. Like those things are, it is very difficult to arrange. Sometimes salary or giving allowances, like those things, in one department, this salary may be different, not updated. In another department, it is updated. Like those things will actually happening. This is happening to the now. Now we have OMIS and the LMS separately. Now even student updated in OMIS, in LMS, most students are not updated. So that is because it is not linked. It is separate. So we have to include those OMIS details separately add to the LMS. Both in Learn Visual and Open Learn. So sometimes these students are registered, but we don't know. In LMS, it doesn't. So because of those problems, recently, not recently actually, around 10 years ago, starting from 10 years ago, ERP solutions came. ERP is called Enterprise Resource Planning. This data stored in one place. And in OMIS also, if you want to change name, it is changed in only one place. So every every other places that name displayed. On other chat. Okay. I will copy it. If not copy, I couldn't copy it, mail me, okay? I will copy how we wait. Now, that is centralized database. The database is centralized and it distributed through the internet. Disadvantages of the file-based approach. Data redundancy. Data redundancy is same name is repeating in several other places. In each department, name or course code should be available. Concurrency access. Same times it is they can access data. Same time the updating. If you want to correct name, if you want to change name in one place, even one place is changed, the other place is not changed. One other problem is in each one department, two fellows can be accessed in same file. That is, suppose accidentally the file request to change the name goes to two clerks, and if both are trying to access this database, they both can access concurrently. But that may be a problem too. That may be the system may be stuck. There are ways to lock it. If the first one access, it locked to the first person. The other person other person can't access that data. Data isolation, separate data. Integrity problems. Integrity mean same name, maybe not in other places. Integrity. Security problems, maybe those data may be hacked easily. Database stored in a computer system, shared collection of related data used to support the activities of a particular organization. Database means shared collections. Shared collection means in all the database is centralized and it is in one place, but they can access in several departments. One data can access by several departments. Shared collection related data. That is then in relational database systems, we can separate data to relevant, only relevant data. Support the activities of particular organization. A database example. Student details of a university. Shared related particular organization. When we design databases, only the relevant data relevant to the organization will store. Shared and read only the relevant. Now think about these two tables: student marks, course, program. Now first think about this student and course. Student registration number. That will create by the system. In Open University, the student registration number is created by system. Student name, date of birth, gender, student address, student telephone. Now we can take it telephone number also separately. If you think only one telephone number, you can keep it this table. But if you have several telephone numbers, you can take it out. The P code is program code. Normally, one student we think according to this table, one student can register only for the one program code. Now see, you can see int 4 vacha 45, date char 1, vacha 60, int vacha. What are those things? Those things are data type. Data type is we can separate data for integer. Integer means only the numbers. Numbers, not decimal numbers. Only the numbers, because registration number it has only numbers, no decimal place. So we put data type as int. In this registration number, the maximum length is 4. Now here the student name. Student name is mainly not numbers, only it has only letters, capital and simple letters, English letters. So we can, the data type of this student name is vacha. Vacha maximum length we put 45. We put this maximum length because we can we guess the maximum length should be this one, and we include this to the maximum length, because each in computer hard disk and the memory allocate the total 45 length for each field, each data. So 45, the length is 45 for every name it allocate. So if it is like 200, we can insert 200. Like if we include 200 to each student name has 200 length. That may be not necessary, and computer resources may be utilized unnecessarily. So date of birth is a data type of date, and gender also cha. Cha is one. We write it as a one character, MF. That is, we can save more resources in memory and hard disk, and also processing time also may be less. The student address, we put student address is Vacha. And the length is 16. Student telephone number, int mean integer, P code, Vacha. There are separate data types in MySQL. Now we created these tables by MySQL. MySQL has these data types, Vacha, in cha, like this. Cha is only one character. Now see this course table, course code, course title, course credit, course level, and these use primarily we create first student and course and the program was, and by combining these two tables, student and course, we can create marks, because student registration, we include the student registration number here and the course code from the here and the registered year and the marks. So then now for this student, for this course, for this year, the marks is this. Okay. Now these are primary tables. We have to create at the beginning student and course and the program. By using those tables, you can create marks table. So before creating the marks table, we have to we have to create student and course. You can create marks also separately, but you can't link it. So we have to link. How to link this registration number and this registration number, this course code and this course code. Database management systems. Now these tables are included in database in a hard disk, and this is a database management systems. Queries and high-level programming language, I will explain later. Now database management systems is first in in computer, database is hard disk, and in computer, first we have to install operating system to run any application software, and then the database management systems like Oracle, MySQL, SAM, like that. The DBMS is a software package designed to create and maintain database. If you have any problem, please ask or please chat, okay? Until now, what are the problems? Have you used this type of databases in your workplace? Some maybe work in some places maybe. Have you worked like this database, centralized database? Do any of you have experiences like this? Please chat. Do you know places where using these software? Have you experiences in like food city like that? Someone can answer. Now there are centralized databases in food city, Keels, like those things. They put when customers give foods like that items, they checked the code by barcode, and then it's stored into the centralized database. Now, ERP solutions are not only the database, and they arranging the items, separating, like those things, all those things included to the ERP system. Today, database management systems are essential part of an enterprise information system. Card processing, airline reservation system, banking system, etc. Now, DBMS has 3 layers: external, conceptual, physical schema, layers of data abstraction. DBMS, conceptual disk, the database, physical schema, conceptual schema, views. Schema is an overall description of a database, and it is usually represented by the entity relationship diagram. I will explain it later. External schemes could be many. Multiple subschemes display multiple external views of the data. Conceptual schema, there is only one. This schema included data items, relationships, and constraints, all represented in an ERP. Physical schema, there is only one. Now see this diagram. Here, this is database system. Application softwares are, this is what we call is at front end and back end. These physical schema, conceptual schema, and views belongs to the database management. So then the application software separately. Now there are 2 departments: registration staff and the academic. Academic want to enter marks. The registration staff need to register students. There is a registration app for this registration staff. The Mark Center app is available for the academic. So password and the views and all those things are separately created for these apps. These are views. Registration, enter marks. It includes course code, course title, student registration number, student name, registration year. This EEE is EVK. When you use registration app, they can edit these things. Student registration number according to this, okay. student name, registered year. They can edit. They can view course code and course title. Here, for the marks entry application, student registration number, student name, course code, all those things are only they can view. They can't edit. Only they can edit marks. Okay, now that is view. Now the conceptual is now think about this physical schema. There are separate tables: course, marks, students, programs. Now in the conceptual link schema, they have linked. They have linked student registration number. Now when you want to get now here, you can view student registration number, student name. How can we get the student registration number? From this table. Student name from this table. Course code from this course table. Course title from this table. Registration year we can take from this table. Marks also we can take from this table. We use these three tables to get this view. To get this view, course code from here, course title from this table, student registration number from this table, student registration number from which table? How can we get the student registration table? Now student name. From which table we can get student name? Please chat. Seems no one. You can type anything, even it is wrong. It doesn't matter. I am not doing anything. Just I will give the correct answer. But first you have to any of you please put from which table you can get the registration view. How do you can from which table you can get student name? Please type anyone from the student table. Right. Okay. Then enter marks and we in view schema. How to get marks in enter marks? Which table belong? Which table belong? From which table you can get marks in enter marks table? Only one available. How many of you available? Domin, can you talk? Can you answer? Registration number 7. Sushant, are you available? Kaushalya? Yes, it is Dhananjay, no? You are available. You are the only person. Um, okay, okay, I will do. Uh, now, now we will see about relational data models. In relational data model, student table, we create this first student table, course table, and then marks table. And here, this include one to many. There are many four relationships. One to many to one to one, one to many. This is one to many. This side is one. This side is many. This big circle side is many side. This small circle side is one side. In practically, there are only one to many relationships. Sometimes there are one to one relationships also. These are created by SAM's PHP MyAdmin software. Now, relational data model ERD, entity relationship diagram. Now, to answer most questions, we need to get the understanding of this ERD. So this is, we call these are as business role. Each organization has many business rules. When we consider university, this is one business rule. A student may register for 0 or more courses. That is, student may get no courses at the registration. That is, only the students. And also, there may be one or more than one courses. So here, student and courses are called entity. How to represent this business rule in the as a entity relationship diagram is, we take these nouns, we take from these this sentence only noun, we get only nouns as entities. Student, courses. So normally we write in ERD in a simple student. Not, we are not writing students. Course only, not courses. Here the action is register. Student available, courses available, and the information between these are register. So the relation, this is the relationship. These are entities. The relationship we draw as this symbol from us. This is a relationship. I think you can understand. Can anyone didn't understand? Are there students didn't understand this ERD? Okay, now wait for a minute. Okay, now this student may register for 0 or more courses. This is called business rule. In each organization, there are several business rules. When we want to implement a software system for an organization, we need to first analyze the system, organization systems of the organization. So several we write what happening in the organization, and if we want to change something, we also write change of this. After changing this, we write what are the business rules. So one business rule in this open university is a student may register for 0 or more courses. Student can register only for studentship, that is no courses, 0 courses. Or student may register one or many courses, that is a business rule. So how to change this to the diagram? we need to when we want to implement these things into the separate tables, we need to draw first entity relationship diagram. So we take from these this sentence, we take only nouns from this sentence. Business rules. Student, nouns are student and courses. Register is the action, verb. Then we convert this into the entity, student and the courses into the entity, and the register as the relationship. That is the thing. Okay, now I think. Entity is an object in the real world with an independent existence and can be differentiated from other objects. An entity may be an object with physical existence, example lecture, student, a car. An object with conceptual existence, example course, a job. A course is not a tangible object. That is, we can't touch, but it is an object. Program also like that. A job, position, all are not, we can't touch, but it is existing. Each entity is described a set of the attributes. Now, suppose student has a name, student has an address. Now we can write like this also. Student has an address. Student has one or more addresses. So we should take it separately. Student name, address, gender. Student has a gender. Student has age. So these are attributes belong to the student. Actually, name, gender, and age is specially belongs to the student, because this student, if the student name change, the name, gender, age is different. It is especially name, gender, and age are changed if one student to the other student, but address may be same. One student to the same. Two students may be stay in one place. So the address may be same, but the name, gender, and age especially belongs to one name, belongs to the one student. Attributes. Property of a student entity such as student name, address are called attributes of the student entity. Here the student entity, registration number, address, name, gender, age. Okay. Now here we have underlined the registration number, address, name, gender. Now, when we include one that, okay. Student has name, gender, age, and address. But sometimes, if we write name, we can get name. Name, most of the time, one student has one name, another student has another name. But when we write with the initials, sometimes two students may have one initials with surname. With the same, two students may have one name when we consider the initials. That is that sometimes that happens. So other thing is, when we include table in the computer, there should be a way to find the student record. Suppose if we find uh, uh, specific students by name, if the two students have one name, only the first name will retrieve. The second name will never retrieve. So because of that, we include special key, that is registration number. Special registration number is a unique for each student. There are no two registration for two students, same registration number for two students. So registration number is a unique. Also, if a student is available, student's registration number should be included. So that is called, this registration number is called primary key. We represent these attributes by ellipse. This student by rectangle box. Okay, can you answer these questions? What are the attributes for a student, teacher, and textbook? Please type answers. Textbook attributes for the textbooks are title, number of pages, number of sessions. In Open University textbooks attributes are number of sessions, number of pages, course code, author, published date. Yes. Okay. The type of attributes, simple attributes called atomic values, name, like name is like composite attributes, address. We call one if one address has several attributes, several elements. Now address has 59 Park Street, Nukiyagoda. So 3 lines. So it is a composite app. It is called composite attributes. Multi-valued. Multi-valued attributes are values for each entity, have a set of values for each entity. Educational qualifications. It is a multi-value attributes that is called, that attributes has several lines. Qualifications. Each student has one or more qualifications. Certificate like this. Derived attributes. Derived attributes is from this birthday, birth date is what birth date is simple attribute. Birth date is simple attribute. And age, we can get age from calculating the birth date to the system date. That will give the age. That is so that this is age is called derived from this birth date. Key, an attribute or a group of attributes whose value can be used to uniquely identify an individual entity like these things. Here, the registration number is a unique. So it is, we call it as a key. Type of keys, candidate key. Candidate key is a key that can be used for a primary key. Primary key, yes. Primary key is the now I will explain later what is the primary key. Key is a attribute that can use as a key. So student, the name also can be used as a key, and also registration number also we can use as a key. But the best attribute is registration number. So we get the best one. Composite keys, we can use two keys from these two tables as a one key. Primary key, the primary key is that one. Foreign key is primary key in another table. I will explain those things in this. Now here we will explain this most of the things from the table. Okay. Now when we consider the relational data model table, these are attributes: name, registration number, name, date of birth, gender, address, telephone, program code. Those are attributes, names. Field name is this. Field name is, now attributes is date of birth. When we write in the database, normally we write in a short form, not a long form. Earlier also we can reduce the size of the memory allocation for that field by reducing the this length of this field. Other thing is now from the earlier, now the std.dob, suppose this for field name is std.dob, we have to write it continuously. But now newer software, no need those things, we can write long one. But earlier ones, we have to write it stdob as student underscore plus underscore and dob, and st underscore name. It should be continuous. The size, field names, field type is vacha, cha, date, like those. Field length is this one, and this is called attribute registration number. Field name is rec number. It is a primary key. It should be not null. Not null, unique. Unique means each row has only one unique number, and not null means it can't be empty. This key cannot put as a empty. But if we write name, without name also, we can include without name, only the registration number. Suppose the name is not available, so we can put empty space as the name, but registration number can't be like that. Column, we call in the table, these are column. Column is attribute. Rows are record. Row, record. We say it is a record also. Tuple also we say. Details of one student. In a row, it consists details of one person, one entity. Columns is one field. Here, foreign key is for this table. Primary key is registration number. For this table, this beat is program code, but program table is in another table. So foreign key is a primary key of the another table. This program table has program code and the program title like this. How many years, like those things. There are several other details available, but we can get access from this foreign key. We can get all the information in the program code by using this foreign key. Relationships, one to many, many to many, like those things. Business tools through ERD, I explained it earlier. Student may register in one academic year for 0 or more courses. Student may register. Student in one academic year for 0. Student may not get, cannot, need not get any courses. He can register it as studentship only student also. A course may obtain by one or more students. A course, one course can get by one or more students. Student obtain a mark for a registered course. So student obtain a mark for a registered course. Now these things we can check what is the relationship between one to many, many to many, one to many to one, like those things. How can we can get by using these occurrence diagram. Occurrence diagram is, now see, students. We write some examples. Nimal, Namali, Kamal, Adun, like right. The right hand side is course. This is course and the student relationships. Course. These are courses. Now this student registered for this course. This student, same student registered for this course. This student registered for this course. Nimal registered only for this course. Sadun has registered for 2 courses, but there may be courses without any student also. There may be a student without any course also. Only get the student. But this is false regarding this open university. If one student register, he or should be get at least one course. Here, according to this occurrence diagram, and this business rule, student may register 0 more courses. So here, this line, 3 lines, here in 1 point. 1.2 this three like arrow, like spreading from this one to many. In this table, here this spreading from this also, one to many. So this is called many to many. So in when you implement a data into a database, only the one to many relationships, most of the time only one to many relationship should be available. Yes, I will record. I will share the recording, but since no one is, most of you, I think, not available here. Now, this is many to many. Here, this is one side, many. Here also, this from this point of view, you can see this one to many. So, both sides one to many. So, it becomes many to many. Now, relationship ERG many to many. We write, there are several types of several ways to draw this relationship. This is we call cross put. Now here you can see 3. We write these 3 lines for many. If you put one line, that is 1. Here 1 to many. This means 0. If we write 1, that means it should be there. This means a student register for 0 or more courses. Here you can see primary key student to the entity student. Primary key is registration number. For this entity, primary key is course code. We should underline for the primary key. Here registration is register is we can draw register like from this rhombus symbol. Change many to many relationship to one to many. Now earlier I saw many to many relationship. We can draw in between something to the many to many relationship. Students and course, we put something field relationship in between student and course. So what is the what happening between student and course is giving marks. Every M2N relationship has one to many. So we can change it to the one to many. So now one side one to many. One side many side. One side many side. One side one. Now this side doesn't have many lines. This side also doesn't have many lines. This marks has many lines. So one to many. This to this table is one to many. This to this table also has one to many. Marks attribute should be added to the register relationship. This mark appears in mark sheet. So this mark sheet becomes an associate entity for the registration. Now this mark should be entered in the mark sheet. So this mark sheet is called associate entity. Relationship, we change relationship to the associate entity. for the associate entity, what is the attribute from this student registration number, from this course code, and the registration year. Combining these three keys, we can get composite key. Combining these three keys, we call it as composite key. And the marks is the attribute. Now there are some ERD diagram scenarios: spare parts supplier, supplier sells supplier code and a name. One supplier can supply different spare parts which contain part number and description. You can do it at home. Anomalies: too many attributes, lecture, ID, name, address, salary, department. There are anomalies mean insertion, inserting a new lecturer to the table. I will explain by this table. Okay. Now this table has this is normalization without normalization. Now suppose this registration number, student with the student registration number, program is BTech, name BTech. Course codes, these are the course codes. Here name, registration number, program, course codes. These course codes belongs to one name. These codes belongs to one name. This course code belongs to this name also. So we can write it in a separate file. Now, first normal form is student registration number, program code, program name, and these are separated from this. We can get separate file. Course codes, registration number, and the course code. Second normal form, now I will do the normalization in another day. I will give or explain in a recording in a separate day, and I will stop here. You have to do normalization, small things, only the normalization. I will explain briefly this normalization. Now we can take this file to the separate file, and this also course code, we get the course code separately. 335, and these are this 33336 to the separate table, and the student, we take student table as a separate table, and then we combine these using registration number and the course code, registered year, marks. Okay, course code is in one place, student is in one place. By combining these, we can include, now for this student, the course code is this. This student has course code, and course code is this. For this student, course code is this, and we can take details of this course code from this table. We can separate, right, registration year and the marks separate in a separate table. And also we take program code also separately. Registration number, name, program code, BT. BT is the name is BTech. For this student has taken Bachelor of Software Engineering, VS is VSE. Like that, we can separate all the tables separately. Every non-key attributes in second normal form depends on entire primary key. Every non-key attributes are this one, name. Here we can include name, NIC number, like all those things. Non-key attributes in every non-key attribute depends on the entire primary key. Now, this primary key, student registration number is primary key. For this primary key, only the student details will be available, and connected to the is only the it is also key for this one. Now, when we consider course, this is a non-key attribute, belongs to entire primary key is this one. When we change the primary key, all these title course details also should be changed. This marks table, registration number, marks, and the registration year. Okay, thank you. I will stop here, and then I will do the next time. How can we create by these normalized tables in the MySQL? Okay. Okay, I will share the recording.